Hello and happy Transfer Tuesday, the first Transfer Tuesday of 2024. Transfer Tuesday is the day of the week where we move our money in the right direction, no matter which financial goal we are going after, and no matter how much we can afford to transfer or contribute. If you've never heard of Transfer Tuesday before, if you just want to know more information about it, definitely check out my description box. For me today, I do have a few transfers to go over, including investments, so I'm going to start with my investments. I did get paid on December 29th, my final paycheck of 2023. And whenever I get paid, I also contribute to my 401k. And for my final two paychecks of 2023, I decided I would contribute 50% of my pay to my 401k. So that also occurred for December 29th. That was $1,470 from me, and then my company matches 6%, so that was $176.40 for a total of $1,646.40. My overall December finance update video will be up on Friday, so I'll give you all the final balance there, but it's looking pretty good, and it was pretty cool to do 50% of my paycheck. And now that we're in the new year, I have adjusted my 401k so that, if I stay at my full-time job, and assuming I keep the same pay that I currently have, at some point in the year, I expect my pay to increase, even if it's just a little bit. But as of right now, my contribution is set at 32% of my paycheck, and with that, I would be able to max it out for the year. Now we can move on to the savings that I've done over the last week, and y'all know that the end of last year, I was focusing on saving for my sabbatical, or saving in my sabbatical sinking fund. But now, for this year, I do want to save for specific things, so I set up specific accounts for those things. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then definitely check out my 2024 financial goals video. But let's start there. So as of last Transfer Tuesday, I reached $2,200 in my sabbatical sinking fund. And then, like I said, I got paid on December 29th, so that same day, I transferred $500 from my Regions checking account to this account, which brought it up to about $2,700. And then on the last day of the month, the interest came through because I keep all of my savings in Marcus by Goldman Sachs, which is a high yield savings account. And that interest was $7.82. Now, once the new year came around, I moved everything around. So like I said, I don't want this sabbatical sinking fund. I want it for certain things. So I went ahead and made this my beauty sinking fund. My beauty sinking fund already had like $302. So with what I had in my sabbatical sinking fund plus what was already in my beauty sinking fund, I combined the two, got the beauty sinking fund to an even $3,000. And then whatever was left over, so anything above $3,000, I transferred to my business sinking fund because that's the next one I'm going to focus on. So that transfer, that was $9.82. And my business sinking fund already had a little bit in there. So as of right now, this business sinking fund has $18.43. So my beauty sinking fund is at $3,000. It's done. I've already finished it, so that's exciting. The goal was $3,000. I'll add to it maybe in the future, but for now I'm just gonna let it sit at what it's at and then have the interest accrue throughout the year. But now for this month and however long it takes to reach $4,000 in this account, I'm gonna focus on my business sinking fund. So those are the transfers I've made over the last week. I know it's a little bit confusing. Now moving forward, things should make more sense. But I am going to make one tiny transfer just to get this to an even number, or like just a number without change on the end. And this is just going to come from my main checking account, but it's not going to be much. It will be $6.57 so that I can get this to $25. I meant to take a screenshot of my confirm page like I usually do, and I confirmed it immediately. So let me just put up the actual transfer. So here's the $657 that I just transferred, and now my business sinking fund has $25. Now, I did create a Google spreadsheet for Transfer Tuesday. I am going to have this for sale on my Etsy shop just because I think a lot of people participate in Transfer Tuesday, and this is a good way to track everything, all of the transfers you make throughout the week, and then you can see the differences. So let me pop this up. So it looks a little bit plain for now, but let me explain what's happening here. So across the top, I have the savings listed, or my investments listed. So Roth IRA, 401k, and all my sinking funds that I'm focusing on. And then beneath that, I have the goals for each of them. By the way, the Roth IRA, that's coming. It's going to be next Transfer Tuesday, but I'm waiting for the $7,000 to transfer over from my high yield savings account before I do that investment, just FYI. So obviously the goal for my Roth IRA is $7,000 because that's the max. The goal for my 401k is $23,000, but for this week's Transfer Tuesday, this $16.46 and 40 cents does not count towards that because that was for last year. Beauty Sinking Fund is $3,000, and this was the amount that I transferred, the $2,697.03, plus there was $302 and some change left in there. So now you can see that the balance is $3,000, and the remaining in the blue section is $0. So that one is complete. And then my Business Sinking Fund goal of $4,000. On Monday, I moved over that $9.82. And then today, just now, I did $6.57 that already had some cash in there. So now the balance is at $25, and I have $3,975 to go until I hit that goal. And on the left-hand side, beneath all of the dates, you can see the total that I invested and saved for the week, and that's $4,359.82. So I think this is a pretty cool summary, and it allows me to just see everything in one place. I'll keep showing this during each of my Transfer Tuesdays, but if you are interested in using the spreadsheet for yourself, then you can purchase it on my Etsy shop. That's it for my Transfer Tuesday. I would say that's a pretty strong start for the year. I've already finished the sinking fund. I know it rolled over from the previous year, but it still feels good to just go ahead and knock one goal off already. Please comment down below what you did to move your money in the right direction. Otherwise, I hope y'all had an amazing start to 2024. And please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, so you can support my channel but also get your finances in order. And I'll see you in my next video.